What's up, everybody, and welcome back to BDGC. I'm Josh Baysinger here, and I'm joined with Jason Griffith.
What's up, everybody?
We've got some more BDGC tournament coverage for you of a tournament we actually hosted.
Woo.
Please subscribe for more disc golf videos if you haven't already. We hosted the first annual Grainger Fall Classic. This is the first tournament we ever hosted at Cherokee Park Disc Golf Course. We have Brandon Brown, Seth Overbay, Tanner Jordan, and Bryson Blevins. These pros are the ones that finished in the top after 18 holes, the first round. And they're playing the final 9 here, which is the same final 9 that you'll see during the Tennessee State footage. Starting out on hole number 1, a 265-foot par 3. We're going to hand it off to Jerry to introduce.
We got Brandon Brown.
Woo. Brandon here is from Powell, Tennessee. Looks like he's got a putter in his hand. Just going to go with a slight hyzer with the putter. Try and set it down near the basket.
I think he did that.
I mean, that should be okay. That's probably how you want to start the final 9. As Jerry said here, Seth Overbay, lefty like myself and Jerry. Interested to see how somebody in the professional division throws this. He plays about the same way I do. Takes a putter and hangs it out left.
That's what you're always afraid of.
Tanner Jordan.
Tanner here looks like he's going with a forehand. Oh, off the change. Oh, rolling down the hill, and that is OB, unfortunately. But this shot actually influenced the first ever BDGC backtrack. This shot was so good from both angles, and I just had to show this. So, shout out to Tanner. Oh,
forehand, hit
great
the chain.
shot.
Last one, but not least, Bryson Blevins.
As you can see, like Jerry said, Bryson Blevins here, going with a righty putter shot. It looks like a little bit shorter than he wanted, but we'll see what he can do with that putt. I just wanted to get a little shot of the gallery here we had walking around. Some of the locals walked around with us as a gallery, and it was so great. Such a fun time, this tournament. Hopefully we can do more tournaments like this in the future.
Oh,
so close. That's brave running that. This is Tanner for 3 after being OB. Gave it a little bit of a run, but thankfully he set down. Seth looking for a birdie. Shout out to Seth for wearing the tournament shirt with the BDGC logo on the back. Everybody in the tournament got this shirt. Ooh.
Up a little low. Those uphill putts are hard.
Thankfully there's that little dirt area right there, and he didn't roll down any further. That could have been really bad. Tanner with an unfortunate bogey, and Brandon with a beautiful birdie to start out the round. He is now 2 up, so 8 holes to play, and he's got 2 strokes to play with. As you can see, 12 down for Brandon, 10 for Seth, 8 for Jordan, and 7 for Bryson. Moving on to par 4, 535 feet. This is hole number 2. These guys are, most of the locals play this as a par 3, but just for the sake of the tournament, we did use a course par, so any 3s on this will be a birdie. That's a good drive from Brandon right there.
Yeah.
Got Seth on the tee here. Like I said on the first, so always anxious to see how a lefty in a higher division than me throws all these holes.
Ooh, what a nice turnover.
Very nice.
Dang.
Definitely a lot further than I throw on this hole.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Now, Bryson has a huge arm.
Yeah, he's a powerhouse, man.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Jeez Louise.
He is up
Jump
near the basket. Yeah, that's a great drive. Tanner, he's got a all these guys actually have a really big arm. Oh, he's gonna get Jason. Actually, Jason, I never told you this, but I put a $5 bounty on your head.
Brandon with the jump putt.
Good run.
From back there, yeah.
Tanner's kind of hard to film. He's very quick when he's playing. I've played a few rounds with him before and never realized how quick he is. Like, he kind of steps up, does what he wants, and it works out for him. Bryson laying up as well. Seth with a jump up. Looks like all these guys are going to cart a 3 here. Yep. Like I said, this we're marking these down as birdies for the tournament just because we went by the course designers par information for the course. So I know they don't feel like a birdie, but for this tournament it was.
It would for me.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
I'm always happy when I walk away with a 3 on that hole. Okay, Brandon's still got 2 strokes on Seth. Moving on to hole number 3, 445 feet. Also marked as a par 4, but this one's definitely reachable if you have a big arm. And as you'll see here, these guys all do. Interesting route for Brandon here doing this forehand flick. Don't think I've seen that a whole lot. Usually the righties will go on the hyzer around the outside, so that's great.
Crazy shot.
Absolutely. Now Seth here goes with kind of the same shot I try and go for. A little bit of anhyzer with an overstable disc. But, as you can see, he crushes this thing about 100 feet past where I would throw it. And went past the basket, so that is a great drive right there. Bryson looked like he's going with the hyzer. A little bit on the inside. He hit that tree and he actually ended up on the end of the woods up there. Not too bad of a lie, but not the best footing from there. Tanner putting some power on that one. Did get caught up a little bit, but he still made it out.
Yeah. Tell us who we got keeping score.
Tom, the man, Stan.
The legend, the local legend.
Gotta give a shout out to Tom.
Everybody loves Tom.
Yeah. You made it, Tom. He's been bugging me about getting on the channel. You finally made it on here, Tom.
That's a nice up.
Very good. Tanner with a flick. Went a little bit long. Oh, unfortunate skip past the basket. Seth with a comebacker for what would be an eagle. See if he can make good on this.
Ooh, he went around the other side of the tree.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough putt.
Brandon also looking to put in a 2 on this par 4. You can see Riley and Jerry. Shout out to Jason Howard. He comes out to a lot of our doubles. A lot of people walking around with us. We had such a great time. First tournament, unfortunately went down the hill there. Now he's got a comebacker for a par. Hate to see that kind of break right there.
Through the trees.
That's kind of a tough putt. I actually had the same exact putt during this tournament. He made it, and I did as well. Bryson looking for a birdie 3. Makes good. Want to take a minute here to give a shout out to every single person who came out to our tournament. It was a very good turnout for our first tournament, and we raised quite a bit of money for United Way. Huge shout out to Clayton Homes, Grainger County, for helping us raise money for United Way of Grainger County. So it was a good turnout. We had a blast.
It was fun.
And I had a good time meeting a lot of you people. Moving on to hole 18, a little bit of a switch here. It's 455 feet. Another par 4. These guys are definitely trying to play this one as a par 3, but like I said, in the other hole, on the other holes, we just put it down as course par. See what Seth can do off the tee. It's looking good. He's got that turnover.
Yeah. These guys throw some good turnovers.
Absolutely. See what Bryson can do. Once again, like we said, Bryson's got a huge arm.
Smooth too.
Flipping up just a little bit, just to catch a little bit more distance. And that is a great drive.
He has a smooth form on his drive.
Very smooth. Tanner, I'm assuming, going with the same kind of shot, looking for a little flip. He gets it, and that is looking great.
He really hits it.
All these guys are looking at a jump putt, which that doesn't happen from my level of play or Griffith's level of play.
Hey, no, I'm just playing. Yeah,
You called me out earlier, so I got to that. But Brandon didn't quite make that one in, but let's see what Seth can do here. Soft little jump putt. Tanner looking like he's running it as well. Hits the chains. And look at that.
what in the world?
This goes to prove that if you play on BDGC things happen.
Yes. Oh, he's so disappointed.
Oh my goodness. I could not believe that happened. That's actually the second time we've had that happen on a BDGC video. That happened in our second challenge video. Jerry had that happen at Wingdare Park. Oh, good run from Bryson right there.
These are all good bids.
Seth with a birdie 3. I'd like to give a shout out to Rick Gray from Halo. You can see in the background there, Rick came out and he brought some stuff out and donated 10% of his sales to the United Way. So a huge shout out to Halo for coming out and supporting us in the tournament and supporting United Way. Brandon going with the flick, 485 feet.
He looks disappointed as soon as he threw it.
And that one's out of bounds. It's going to get a little interesting here. The Brandon going out of bounds there, and Seth is only 2 down from where he was. Ooh, that is a great shot right there.
Oh yeah.
What a drive. Bryson looking to crush one. Like Griffith said, so smooth and so much distance on that. Ooh. Almost out of bounds, but luckily he stayed in, and he's got a jump up from there. Tanner going with a flick. Trying not to bite off too much, but getting a great amount of the fairway off. That's a really good flick.
Oh, with a tomahawk?
Yeah, overhand shot. Unfortunately hit the leaves and fell down. There's a hill there, so he looks like he was trying to just set it down on the flight plate. That way it wouldn't roll downhill. This is going to be for a 3 after Brandon went OB road. Still giving it a bit of a run with a jump putt. Kind of more of a push jump. Seth with a great drive here. He's looking for a eagle 2.
Oh,
Little left.
Downhill putt for
Yeah.
Bryson. And he doesn't
Oh,
care.
Good run. He's going to want that to sit down. Oh, thankfully it does. Tanner for a birdie 3. Great putt. So smooth. Straight at the basket.
This is for
4.
par.
Yeah. A par 4 right here.
I wonder what happened. I mean, it's...
Maybe the OB got in his head knowing that Seth... Oh. Or maybe it's just the basket. It's 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that basket. I love our shirts. I love those shirts.
Great shirts.
Everybody that I've seen has seen me have it on loves it.
Brandon looking to clear his head of the couple mistakes he's made on this hole. He's going to take a bogey 5, and Seth is going to take a birdie 3. So that's really going to change things up a bit here.
Bryson.
Still giving the basket some love. So now we have Brandon Brown and Seth Overbay tied at the top at 14 down, and Tanner and Bryson at 10 down. Moving on to hole 14, the longest hole on the course, 635 foot. This is a legit par 4 right here. A little bit low, but he's got a lot of distance on that.
It's just
That's
fine.
a good shot. Yeah, that's basket's up the hill there and into the woods. He's going to have an approach shot and still be looking to hopefully get a 3. Tanner turned that one over a little bit. Sit down, sit down.
Okay. It'll be just fine.
Yeah, he was rolling towards the OB there. Thankfully it sat down for him. See what Bryson can do. Huge arm. I can't say that enough. I remember the first time I played with Bryson, I think was actually here at Cherokee Park. I remember on hole 9, he said he could reach the basket, and I was thinking in my head, are you sure? And he can reach the basket. I stood corrected in my mind. Great drive from Brandon there.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon has one open win this year. He won the Knoxville Ice Bowl.
Forehand from Tanner. Kind of, I think that tree might have saved him a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it was it's headed where you don't want to be, because down at the bottom there's a lot of trees and it can roll. You don't want to be down at the bottom. I can tell you that because I found that out once again during this tournament. I was putting for a 3 and hit chains, rolled down, and I was at the bottom of the hill. You don't want to be down there. Ended up taking a 5. I could have got a 3. Brandon with a flick. A little bit short there. Tanner's on the left side. He was looking to jump putt, but looks like he might change his mind. Yeah, let's just flick it up, play it safe.
Tricked you a
Don't
little
roll
bit,
down
didn't
that.
he?
Yeah.
He tricked me.
He did. You see Brandon got caught up a little bit. He's going to have some work to do to try and separate himself from Seth again. He came into this final 9 with 1 stroke on Seth. And now they're tied up.
Bryson does not lay up.
No.
I've noticed that.
No, he goes for it. See what Seth can do. Soft little putt.
It's a scary hole.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to catch an edge and roll down the hill. You can see down there where Brandon is, he's a little bit down the hill, not too bad. No. Okay. Thankfully that one sat down. Definitely get in trouble if not. Problem for Bryson. is in and ready to go to the next hole. If I'm not mistaken, I believe with this putt right here, Seth gains 1 and takes the lead. Tanner tapping in for a 4. As I said, that's a definite legit par 4.
Tough hole.
With that one, Seth took the lead. He's 14 down and Brandon's 13 down. Going on to hole 15, 360 feet. A lot of trees. There's a lefty hyzer line. There's a straight down the middle. Seth is going with, it looks like a turnover shot. Maybe like a hyzer flip. Hoping it'll flip up. And it does just that. And that is no easy shot. To get a BDGC backtrack on that. So you can see what this looked like from the tee. And flipping absolutely perfect down the fairway. That is a beautiful shot right there.
Oh yeah. To navigate all those trees with the flip, hyzer flip like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Tanner going with a flick around the outside. And he is on the putting green. It's another great drive right there.
Ooh.
Oh. Bryson got knocked down early. Got Brandon Brown on the tee again. Going to that same flick that Tanner went with. He made it out. There's a little bit of an edge right there, a little bank, I guess you would say. Looks like he got stopped up by the bank.
But if you're making it to that bank, that's just fine.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Of course, these guys are always trying to run as close to the basket as possible, but as you can see here, Seth is a little short of the bank, but it's still a jump putt, so let's see what he can do. Oh, just off the top. That could have been huge right there if he'd taken a birdie. Brandon looking to get a 2. Ooh, a little bit low.
Yeah.
Gotta wonder if Seth's high putt got into his mind. Shout out to Robert Smith right there. Tanner going with a jump putt and in. That is a great birdie right there. Tanner and Robert are 2 of the main guys in the Morristown Disc Golf Association. They brought their leaderboard out for us to use. Huge thanks to you guys. I don't know if I thanked you again in person, but thanks guys for everything you do for the local scene. These guys are doing great things for Morristown Disc Golf. Check out their group, Morristown Disc Golf Association on Facebook. Looks like Seth still has the lead at 14 down. Moving on to a short hole, 310 foot. And it's downhill as well. Tanner going with a flick.
He still made it
shorter
out
than he wanted, but he's got a putt from there.
As long as you're not in the woods.
Yeah.
On this hole.
It's thick on that right side over there. Perfect hole for Seth here. If he can throw a good drive here, he can possibly capitalize on that 1-stroke lead. And
that'll do.
That'll definitely do. Bryson going with a flick. Common play here for a righty. Some righties do. Oh, he turned in a little bit early there. He's in the woods. Some righties do a turnover shot with a putter. That'll work just fine. You got to have your touch game on just perfect. And Brandon with what's looking beautiful. Sits right down by the pin. Once again, what do we got? A BDGC backtrack.
Great flick.
Let us know, guys, what you think of this backtrack here. Shout out to a guy named Derek Disc on his Facebook page. His name is Derek Disc. He helped us with the name. We asked for some opinions on what we should name our slow motion replay, and he said that, and I liked it, and we rolled with it.
I'm happy to be seeing it used on the locals first.
Definitely, yeah. Like I said, that shot from Tanner on hole 1, I had to get that on there.
That's when you knew we needed replays.
Seth is definitely looking to make this putt here. Try and stay up there on top, because he knows Brandon is parked.
Yep.
Absolutely no problem from Seth. Bryson tapping in for 3. And Brandon with a great 2. Tanner tapping in for his 3. After that, Seth is 15 down, Brandon 14 down, Tanner Jordan, I'm sorry, is I think it's at 11 down. We're moving on to hole number 17, 480 foot. This is the final hole of this final 9. And that is looking like a crush. Plays downhill and then back uphill where the basket is. And he cleared the hill and is back up on the other side where the basket is. So he's got to jump up for an eagle 2. Definitely putting things in Brandon's head here. He knows the final hole and Seth is very close to the basket. He's got to make something happen here.
He turned around like he didn't like it.
That's hyzering out. He definitely wanted to be closer than that. We'll see what he can do from there. Tanner
with the Anthon shuffle. I love that.
That one you see on the left side there, it hyzered out for Tanner as well, but he's still got quite a bit of distance on it. Let's see what Bryson can do.
Ooh, a low shot.
So low.
Wow.
But that is absolutely tracking. And
that is crazy.
To throw it so
low on that hole.
Yeah, that is so good. Tanner looking to take his medicine and just sit down with a birdie 3 here. Brandon's looking to put this one in. He's got to make this. Shout out to the gallery there. Oh, what a run. Seth has this putt for the win. Taking his time. Hits the chains.
You gotta be kidding me. Wow, that is
rolling down the hill.
That's so unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. That putt right there was for the win. Oh my goodness. And that right there was to tie it up. A little high from Bryson. Tanner walking away with his birdie. Bryson was wanting that one to be a 2. It's a really good 2 to get.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like it got in Seth's head a little bit. He's ready to get this one over. And now Brandon has this putt for the win. Makes good with his birdie, and Brandon Brown is the winner of the first annual Grainger Fall Classic. You can see there Brandon Brown at 15 down, Seth Overbay 14 down, Tanner Jordan at 12 down, and Bryson Blevins at 11 down. We want to thank each of you guys for coming out to our tournament. Thanks to all of these pros here who let us film for the final 9. It was a great time, and we hope to do some more things like this. If you want us to keep doing stuff like this, more tournaments with final 9s like this, let us know. We had a blast, and we want to do it more. As always, we want to ask that you please click like, subscribe, comment, share this video with your friends, and help promote disc golf in your area. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.